Well, I think we're live.
No,
Welcome
we're
to
not. You're
Dundee.
lying.
What? No, I don't lie about that. I don't lie. We've been encoding and it's all working as it should. So welcome to Done Deal, everyone.
Yes, welcome to Done Deal. Oh, you know what I should do? Hit the play button on the feed.
You think?
That would make sense.
Okay, you
Let
do
me
that.
put this model away. Okay.
Hi, everybody. Hey, Big Bam. Hey, Hazard. Hey, Juice Delicious.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Done Deal. Welcome to VaporJoe. I never do this. Welcome to VaporJoe's Live with TygerTyger and VaporJoe. All right, there we go.
It is. It is. Hey, Dave. Well,
We should have an official intro. We should be like, welcome to Done Deal with VaporJoe's Live with TygerTyger and VaporJoe, where we give you the week's deals and steals in the vaping community.
alrighty. Well, we'll see what we can do about that. Then I don't have to say it. Oh, then Big Bam would be disappointed. I'll have to say it after the intro. Well, I am relaxed and chilling tonight, you guys. We got some great deals for you for certain, but I am just in a totally mellow place. It's a good place to be. And
Yeah, I'm very mellow myself tonight.
yeah, you're not feeling too well tonight, though, are ya?
But the show must go on.
Oh, what a trooper. Well, we always like to talk a little bit about vape mail at the top of the show. I want to show you guys something that came this week and I set up. I actually got set up. I got one thing set up. Don't ask me about the other ones I've been talking about. I'll get to it. But custom cap K button. Now that is a 3.1 style. You can see from all the holes at the bottom. Okay, so that's a custom cap. Makes it kind of look like a Jenny almost a little bit, right? But I also took the base part off and used the hybrid pieces to make it into a hybrid with the Nemi. I gotta tell you, I built this last night. I am thrilled with this setup. Some of my other vape mail this week, I got a plethora of Dark Side Creations, DSV Creations juice in this week on Friday. And so I immediately loaded up grape popsicle in here. And or no, grape popsicles in the other one. This is the freckled lemonade. Man, some nice summer vapes coming out. So you guys will have to check out DSV. We'll talk a little bit more about him in the show. So, yeah, oh yeah, for those of you who saw the picture on Facebook, yeah, it was a shitload. Here we go. And there's a big bottle not even in here of one of my favorites. So that one had to be in a big bottle. These are all new to try, so pretty exciting.
Have you tried the strawberry cotton candy before?
No, the strawberry cotton candy isn't one of the ones that I got in this speculation pack. All the things I wanted to try. I am aware of how Corey makes his cotton candy. So like I've had cotton candy his style. It's good. So I'm thinking the strawberry cotton candy is going to be fabulous, but I haven't actually tried it. If he got as close as he did with some of these other flavors I'm trying, he'll have nailed it. But like I say, we'll talk more about the juice later. I just wanted to show you the vape mail and that custom cap K fun. It is a smart setup on the Nemi. It just becomes it really fits nice, and I'm pleased, very pleased. Great vape too. I'm gonna
Nice.
probably I'm gonna probably take a page from Style though and try and open up the airflow on this a little more. I find I'm pulling really hard, but
Well, speaking of pulling hard, I got the tugboat. Um, I don't know if you guys know what the tugboat is, but it's just a standard dripper. A really great dripper. I got that this week. I got nobody got that joke, by the way. I got 5 Pawns Lucina. It's 5 Pawns Lucina. Very good juice. It's one of those kind of, I don't know what's in it, but it tastes really good. You're getting 15 different things hitting you at one time. And then there's a little-known juice. Well, it's not little-known. The people who know about it love it, and it sells out all the time. It's a company called Telos. The guy's name is Telos. I don't know if it's the company or the guy, but it's called Telos. And I originally was a big fan of... Here, yeah, I'm out of it. There it is. The original one I started talking about was called Nightfall. And this was, as you can see, I have like nothing left. He came out with 2 new juices. One was called, this one is called Dusk. And the next one is called Daybreak. Both very, very good juices. You can only get these, I think, at giantvapes.com, along with all the other good stuff like, Suicide Bunny, the standard, stuff like that. So I was really excited to get those. I got a boatload of Juice Mafia. All the juice vendors on Mod Envy tend to send us samples, so we have something to talk about during the show. So I got a couple 10 ml bottles from them. And let's see, did I get any other hardware this week? Oh, I got 3 Dukes e-liquid. Wasn't a big fan. One tasted like menthol Windex. It wasn't very, very good at all. That one I tried. And I think that's it as far as my vape mail is concerned.
Oh, I'm just answering some in chat there. Yes, Dave, it's the first glass. I swear to you. See how full that still is? I'm just getting rolling. Just getting rolling.
All right, there we go. Well, yeah, she's just getting rolling. Trust me, by glass 2, you're gonna see a girl blush.
Oh, come on now.
Her cheeks gets as rosy as that wine in her glass.
He tells lies. Don't listen to this man. Well, not when he's talking about me, anyway. You can listen to him when he's talking about deals.
No, somebody wants to know, is that box wine? No, I don't think it's box wine.
No, this came in a bottle.
Okay, cork or screw top?
This one was a screw top.
Okay, so...
Australian.
Well, Australia does make some decent wine, along with Chile, so...
It's bad.
As long as it didn't come from, Jersey.
No, it's an Australian wine, and I love the label. It's got a kangaroo, a very, very artistic kangaroo on it. It's a yellowtail merlot.
Oh, there you go. I was gonna say, is it yellowtail? Yeah, yellowtail is an Australian, very, very popular wine company. They make an excellent Shiraz, so you're in good hands.
Well, so far, I'm quite enjoying this.
Yep.
Oh.
I didn't know they did screw tops though.
Now, the American maker of the tank with thick Pyrex. Joe, does that ring a bell with you?
Finiac?
Oh yeah, that's probably the one. There you go.
Yeah, Finiac. You have a Fini, don't you?
I do, not in reach, and I
have one too.
I gotta get it running.
Yeah,
I haven't been vaping Cardos lately.
Funny thing you should say that, and we'll bring this up later in the show. There was something that popped on Fast Tech. I bet it completely blew past you.
Oh no. I hung back.
You did notice it. You did notice it.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about that later, but I'm just still trying to figure out how that damn thing's going to vape. But we'll talk about that later.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd love to speculate with you because I had a few ideas. Now, I see your comment. Northwest Redneck, sorry. Whoa, I was zoned. My cheap little octopus is billowing nicely. You know what? It's not about what you paid for those atomizers. It's all about the build and the juice, and I've got $5 atomizers I'm really pleased with on my desk. So yeah, don't feel you have to spend a bundle to get a great vape. You really don't.
Yeah, I have a Patriot clone. No, I have an Igo W. I'm sorry, I have an Igo W with a keg cap on it, so the total cost was $30. I don't need the keg cap, I just got it for decoration. So like $13, you can get yourself a great atomizer. So, Some people like me, I go out and I spend $60 on an atomizer because, there's certain functionalities on certain atomizers that'll give you, like you won't have to drill them. Certain ones like the Quasar, you can just close them and they won't. They have some drippers now. You can completely close them and you can drive with them. You can turn them upside down; they won't drip juice. They have different attributes to them. But for a basic Addy that you're going to keep at home and you're just going to put on a mech, you can spend like $13 and have a great vape.
Oh, we'll definitely get to the E-cig Big Bam a little later in the show. And Merrick, you're talking about the Mini Octopus. That atomizer is actually styled after an old classic called the ERA. And it was widely accepted by many as the best dripper money could buy until, recently there's been a number come out that are pretty damn good. But until then, for flavor and for just quality of vape, the ERA, it was hard to beat. So yeah, I'm not surprised you're enjoying that. It's a great little atomizer too.
Yeah, there's a ton of Addies. I mean, even the original Phoenix. Remember the original Phoenix Tiger?
Mm-hmm.
Talk about the heyday of rebuilding. One of the first mass-produced rebuildables. People still use them.
Absolutely, and you can get great flavor off of Phoenix because, as we know, the smaller that air chamber is, the more intense of a flavor you're going to get. So a Phoenix, being a smaller configuration. Are you grabbing a 28 millimeter Tobe, Joe and Tiger? I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to need something for some of the big stuff I'm collecting. So
she needs something for the girth. So and the Tobe 28 millimeters, a cheap alternative. I mean, they have some others out there that are like 40, 50, 60, even $100 for it's $14 at VaporTech. It's cheap, and it's just a Tobe. I mean, it's got the heat shield on it, so you don't burn your face when you're vaping. And this is just an up converted version.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think I'll be getting one of those. And if Tiger wants one, of course you can have one.
Alrighty. Well, why don't we jump into some news? I think that's all the exciting vape mail that I have to report this week. Yeah, I think so. And yes, Big Bam, you read my mind, as you so often do. And Joe, the original Vaping Deals and Steals blog, is celebrating 29 million hits. Joe, you're getting dangerously close to 30 million hits. What are you going to do?
I'm going to dance with a banana hammock on. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just blown away. I really am blown away because it's coming quicker and quicker, and I'm not the only one who celebrated a million hit landmark this week.
Yeah, this week you are.
Well, but we didn't. But did we talk about it? We didn't talk about it last week for you, did we?
I think we did. Didn't we talk about 6 million? Sure we did.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, because we talked about how when I came on board with you last year.
Oh, you're right. You know what it is? Our day offs were so close that I figured we didn't. You're right. We did. Well, right after Tiger 6 million hit, I hit 29 million, and halfway now to 30. And what I'm going to do is, if you didn't already know this, I'm going to be doing the VaporJoe's network, and this includes Tiger, because Tiger is going to get some props for this too. We're doing the Hazy Days of Summer VaporJoe's giveaway, and that's going to be 12 Pro Berries, 12 weeks, 12 winners. And it's going to be, starting in June when summer starts, every week during the summer. I don't know if it could be more. I don't know how many true weeks are there. Whatever the weeks from summer to fall is going to be, every week we're going to give away a Pro Berry. Any Pro Berry you want. You want the Zen code for 220, you can have it. It's in stock. You want a regular one, you can have it. If they come out with something new and awesome between now and then, like a DNA 30 version, you can have that. Whatever you choose, you can have. The way we're going to give it away, not sure yet. I'm assuming it's going to tie into Vaping Underground. You're probably going to have to be a member in there. We'll have all the details on an email list that I have on my site. But we got to kind of put it together because I don't want it to be something as cheap as like a randomizer, but I don't want it something as stupid as, tell me why you need it in the 2 paragraphs in a YouTube video. I don't want that either. So I got to figure out a happy medium, something that's going to be me. So should be cool. The Vaping Underground is not open yet. Vaping Underground will be open at the end of the month. We're crossing our T's, dotting our I's. We just moved over to a new server, so we're getting everything looking pretty, and it's going to be a good, solid forum for everybody. It's going to be really, really awesome.
Alrighty. Hey, Ellen Fisher, welcome to the room. All right, so you're staring down the barrel at 30 million. That's going to come fast. I liked TVBNYC's idea that 30 million you celebrate with a trip to the West Coast.
Fuck yeah. Then the problem is, then it'll take to get to 31 million. It'll take 6 months.
Closed for the season. Anyway, moving right along. Other big news this week. Oh my goodness, we were talking about rumors and claims and debunking things. Busted. There was a lot of excitement this week when it appeared that a GI2 clone as well as a ZNA clone were dropping. We had it on authority that these were in production and group buys had already been started. So we started talking about it very cautiously, saying, okay, well, these are the claims that are out there. You guys should know. And the discussion took off. The hits started rolling in. The post went viral. Vendors, vapors, everybody joined the discussion. And by the end of the day, we had forced Klooper, a large China manufacturer, to pull pictures from their website, pull product from their website. They were answering messages as fast as they could scramble, telling people, no, it doesn't exist, and we have no immediate intent of making it. Oops. Joe, you want to comment?
Yep. Klooper really just, I think what happened was, they're trying to what they're doing is they're getting really popular pictures, slapping it up there saying, oh, we have it, simply to get people in to go, oh, you want to buy HANA DNA 30? They're just trying to reel people in with these other mods to get them to go, oh, no, look at that, we have the HANA mods, you want to buy those?
Yeah.
And I think I don't know if it's a scam, perhaps. I don't know if Klooper is trying to scam people, because I don't think they're into that. I think there's other vendors trying to scam people because they're saying there's a ZNA clone and it's like American something or another. I forget the name of the website. They're selling ZNA clones right now.
Yeah.
And I do know for a fact that the ZNA was sent to China for cloning. That I know. The guy who is selling the pre-orders for the ZNA, his partner sent a ZNA to China to be cloned. So if he's saying one is coming, he's technically right, but nobody knows when. So if you're buying a pre-order, this could be a pre-order you're not going to see for 6 months or a year. Who knows? The ZNA is not going to be easy to clone.
And the rumors of them being in hand seem to be greatly exaggerated. What it appears is it's actually an authentic in hand, and they are anxiously anticipating and hoping.
Right. And 3-4 months from now, when they have a clone, okay, I can understand it. But right now, there is no GI2 clone ready, and there's no ZNA clone ready. Now, me and Tiger are in a very unique position. We are blessed with having a very popular box. And what that does is allow us to put pressure on anything and anything we bring up becomes instantly blown up. I can put up a freaking sock puppet with a button for an eye and call it a mod holder, and it's going to get attention. Good attention, bad attention, it's going to get attention. And the good thing about this is when I put up pictures thinking it's the real thing, and I had Zen contact me directly. I mean, he was pissed. He came up to me and he was like, dude, that is my work. That is not the clone. And he gave me his reasons of knowing that. And then we had people contacting Cloudper, and this is how we we formulated our opinions and found out this is all bogus. But in the end, we did a couple things. Number one, we flushed out bullshit. Number two, the more we do this, the less likely Chinese vendors are going to be putting up this shit.
Yeah, because that was a lot of crow to eat for Klooper that day.
And it also helps the co-ops, because there are co-ops going on for this. So what the hell are you buying? That's the next question. If somebody has a GI2 or a ZNA co-op going on, and they don't exist, you're putting money into, I don't know, a hope and a prayer. I have no idea, but it certainly isn't a real ZNA clone.
I guess you could say that where bullshit exists, VaporJoe will be holding the garden hose.
Now, I do have these haven't been released yet. We're not going to release them here, but I do have in my possession real, true Provari clone pictures.
Whoa!
I have real Provari clone pictures. They have been cloned. I have them. They've been verified, not Provari. You know what I mean? Like I'm putting them through the ringer to make sure I'm not going to throw out a bullshit mod. Now, what they've done is they've made the Provari clone, but they've also done something kind of neat. You know how the Provari slopes at the top? It makes things to be very hard to be flush on the Provari. Okay, so what they did is they made a 510 to 510 connector that adds to it, that slides on top of it, making the top straight. It's a pretty good looking clone, but you could definitely tell it's a clone. That's how I know this isn't bullshit. Now, the next question is, why the hell would they clone the Provari? They did this years ago. It was called the VMAX. The VMAX was the original Provari clone. It was the first variable voltage tube mod, and it looked like a Provari. It used stacked batteries instead of an 18650, but in my opinion, a Provari clone isn't going to sell well because it's just going to look like a Provari. It's not going to, we have things that perform better than a Provari. So unless it has the build quality of a Provari, it's useless. What makes a Provari is its build quality.
Well, in that case, I guess what we can expect is if they've done it right, it's going to be a mod, a clone that's on the pricier side for what we're used to seeing for clones. Because to get that build quality, there's going to have to be a little bit of money and development put in. If it comes out really cheap, don't drop it.
Right. Exactly. Now, if you want, to me, if I was to go out and say, what's a Provari killer? 722 is a Provari killer. 150%. It's built like a brick shit house. It's built better than the Provari. It performs better than the Provari. And I own 4 of them now. So I have a little bit of knowledge on Provaris. So I think a Provari clone is stupid. I'm just dumb. And so if any Chinese manufacturers are listening out there thinking about making a Provari clone, I think it's stupid. It's going to bomb terribly.
And no, Texas Girl Mike, Atomizer has not arrived yet. You can bet the moment it does, I'm going to be talking about it because I'm pretty stoked for that one. But
now, just I want to put a link in the room because we're on the subject of Provari, and I know I'm coming out left field here for you, Tiger, but you don't have to put a picture up. I'm putting a link in the room for just a new Provari that's going to be coming out in the next few weeks. It's called the Dragon. It's just an embossed Dragon limited edition. Very pretty. It should be out, I think, within sometime in June. Awesome. I'm probably going to have a 5th Provari, I have to tell you.
I'm really struggling myself. My greatest fear is that I'll take the plunge and then they'll bring out a Tiger next.
You know what? If they do, I'll buy it for you. Okay, so you don't have to worry. But I'm really looking forward to this one. And now they're getting into heavy engraving. This would be the first picture actually engraved on a Provari. The others were just lines and stuff. But these look really deep and thick.
And
So it looks absolutely beautiful. So that's just something to throw out there to let everybody know about it.
All right. Well, we're coming up on half past the hour. Let's dive into some deals. Now, I did allude a little bit when we started talking about vape mail to DSV Creations. They've got a special running right now. You can get 30 mils of the strawberry cotton candy for just $12. He does ship worldwide. The automated payment system isn't quite in place yet for America and worldwide. No problem. Place your order. Make sure he's got your email. Payment instructions are at the end of the process, so you can figure it out yourself or contact. Not a problem. It all works out. Trust me, it is worth the extra step. When my order came yesterday, I have been vaping nothing but, you guys know I vape a plethora of different juices, but I've been vaping nothing but since this stuff has arrived. Grape popsicle, freckled lemonade, juicy, fruity. I gotta tell you, he nailed it. What I often do to try a juice, if I don't have time to put it in an atomizer or something like that, I'll just put a drop on my finger and taste it on my tongue. It was like having a stick of the gum in my mouth without the chewy stuff. It was unbelievable. So I'm telling you right now, this guy has really, really got a fabulous palate. The shipping at DSV, I can't say for sure. I'm actually not sure if he's using flat rates or real quotes. In any case, it's going to be reasonable. It's not padded, that's for certain. And if your order is big enough, he's going to ship to you for free. So shipping gets real cheap, and you know, you kind of can't go wrong. So pick a bunch of stuff, take advantage of that free shipping. And also, you know, be sure to check the link I put in the room. Big Bam has got it there for you as well. Because he's always got his best discounts right on site for you. So he makes it so easy. Just check that current top discount area. Don't be confused by the sold out. That's just so that it makes it look like a stock item. It can't be added to cart. What it does is it gives you the coupon code. Use that at checkout, and that'll work for you. So some great flavors. Phantasm, one of my all-time favorites. A creamy orange ice cream treat with a little twist of licorice, just to die for. So really, you know, the tagline does not lie. It is damn good juice.
Okay, so it's 12 for 30. All right, your ad says 12 for 30 ships free.
Oh, and that is totally my mistake. Thank you for catching that, Joe. And it will ship free if your order's big enough. My apologies. Okay. And I should have noted that. My apologies. One of the disadvantages of doing my graphic work late at night. So my apologies to you guys.
Oh no, I didn't know because I was going to say if it's $12 for 30 mils and ships free in Canada, how was he making any money?
Man, that is a steal, because those of you who know what Canada Post likes to charge, that you know that free shipping, you know, when you get, yeah, I didn't have any wine that night, Dave. I wish I did have that as an excuse. But yeah, anytime we can take advantage of free shipping, that's a boon, because Canada Post is quite a racket.
What's his shipping over what amount?
I'm sorry?
What's the free shipping over what? How much?
I believe is it 1 or 150? Let me just jump over to the site and see. I kind of just give him my orders in Skype, and he tells me what to send. So.
And I'm on the site now. He also sells wire now. He's moving to some hardware.
Yeah, absolutely. Slowly but surely, they are adding the RBA supplies as well. There'll be more coming. He's expanding the juice line. There's more summery treats coming. Some tart and tangy summer treats, and some great drink blends. So check back. There's always more coming. Let's see here.
Excellent. Okay, very, very cool.
Yeah, you know what? I am just not finding the answer quick enough, but I don't want to make you guys wait.
Oh, it's okay. But we'll figure it out.
Yeah, there is free shipping on the larger orders.
And he also, right now, I think he has 25 Coming soon. No, sorry. Current top discounts.
Yeah, 25% on a $150 order, and that is over the threshold. So not only are you going to get 25%, you're going to get free shipping. That is an incredible deal. Like you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Best quality ingredients. I know the guy personally, and he's got a great palate for blending juice. The 3 that I've been vaping nonstop the last 24 hours, he nailed them.
I'm looking at this bad teacher.
Oh, that's one of Eva's favorites. She came into our show last night. For this reason, Jeff.
I love this, Mrs. Crabtree.
Don't call me that. That sounds so stodgy.
Oh, come on, bad teacher. And of course the flavor. I'm looking at the picture, and if it is what it is in the picture, it's fall in e-juice form. You know what I mean? Like that's my favorite time of year. Those are my favorite colors and everything. So that looks really enticing. For more than one reason. But I love we all love the bad teacher look.
All right. Before I start blushing, I think I better roll into another deal here. Let's see what else I got for you guys. Oh, see, you got me so flustered I can't even type.
Wait, somebody cue "Hot for Teacher" by Van Halen.
Oh, gee. Okay, there we go. Let's move on to the next deal. I was pretty excited when I saw this because these have been hard-ish to find. I mean, they're out there. Don't get me wrong, and you know, some better prices. I mean, I remember when I first saw one of these, you were looking at $25-30, and they have been coming down. But now for under $11, you can get an inline tester. It's going to tell you the voltage out of your mod. It's going to tell you the resistance of your atomizer. And the neat part about this one is instead of just 510 and 510, this has Ego and 510 threading on top, so you can test pretty much any device you're going to be using. It's a great deal and an attractive looking unit for under $11.
Now, people don't understand that this is the first inline, in my opinion, I believe, inline resistance checker. Anyone I buy, like if you go to Mad Vapes and you buy the one that's $15, the fatter one, it only shows voltage.
That is true.
So this is the first inline resistance one. So that's actually pretty badass because not only do you don't have to take out the box, make sure there's batteries in it, because this doesn't require batteries. This uses the battery power from your mod. So you just pop it on, then screw your Addy on the top of that. And it has the Ego connector, so you can use, if you have clearomizers or Ego connected things, you can use that too. So if you're looking at it, it just looks like kind of like an inline voltmeter, but it's also resistance, which is a big bonus.
Alrighty. What do you got for us, Joe? I've talked for long enough. Let's listen to your voice for a while with that great mic.
Well, I don't hear myself, with my mic, but thank you so much. The tobe. That's all that's been going on lately in the vaping community is the tobe.
All right.
What the hell is the tobe? Well, the tobe is the very cool atomizer that actually has like a 1950. Back in the day when we had old radios and they had that kind of like they'll have their logo and a little like lightning bolt on the bottom to finish it off. That's exactly what the kind of logo the tobe has. It says Addy, A-T-T-Y, and they now come out in a plethora of different sizes and colors. VaporTech came out with one in a 26650 version, a 28 millimeter version. But the latest offering I just put up on my website not too long ago is the one in black PVD. I'm going to put a link in the room if Big Bamboo hasn't already caught me. Done it already. Yeah, he did. There it is. This is the black PVD. They're calling it black coated. I can't say for 100% sure it's PVD, but I'm assuming it is because every other black thing that's been on Vastec in the last 2 weeks has been PVD. It's only $9.92. Now, stupid me went on eBay and paid $30 for the same Addy. Because I didn't think FastTech was going to have them that fast, and I didn't think they were going to have the black version of them, and I needed one to match the top of my sideboard mod. So for $9.92, you can get the Tobe in this color. You can get it in brass, and for a little cheaper, you can get it in stainless steel. Everybody's loving the Tobe. They have these little heat spreader up top. You can see the little fanned out heat spreader, and what that's supposed to do is prevent your mouth from being burnt from a high build. It's supposed to dissipate the heat before it hits the drip tip, so you don't need Delrin insulators. How true that is, I don't know. I don't own a Tobe yet, but it comes with everything it needs. Comes with a couple, looks like it even comes with a couple pre-built coils, a screwdriver. You get the Addy, drip tip, for under $10, ship free. Can you go wrong? No. And it's extremely attractive too. Like I said, they have it in brass, they have it in black, and they have it in stainless steel. So if somebody just said, "Oh my God, did you see the 26650 Panzer on FastTech?" No, I did not see the 26650 Panzer. I guess we're all going over there to see that now.
Yeah, it gets real quiet all of a sudden.
I don't see a 26650 Panzer on FastTech. Anyway, I think Big Bam Boom is messing with us. But if there was one, I'll go over there and buy it. But
well, I'm wondering if they messed up because they're saying it does house. Okay, it uses battery converters. No, he's absolutely dead right. There is a stainless steel. Yeah, they listed it as a 26650, 18650, 18500, and 18350 version, and it's got steel converter tubes that slide in to allow you to use the smaller size batteries.
Wow, that's pretty incredible. How did we miss it?
I think we must have been.
You know what it is? We probably saw it and thought it was just another stainless steel.
I'm sure that's what I thought. I looked at it and said, I've already run that. Yeah, well done, Big Bam. You're hired.
And Big Bam Boom, I would like to bestow upon you right now, while you're in the room, a job on Vaping Underground as a mod in the deal section.
Yeah, I'm glad Joe mentioned that. I actually sent you a friend request on Facebook, Big Bam, and I want to talk to you about that. So if you're interested in being a part of the Vaping Underground, do contact us.
Yes, I just wanted to do that in front of everybody because you've been such a big help with us, and I'd love to see you come aboard the forum.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, if there's a way to let me know how it's better to reach you, do that, and we'll talk.
Yeah, just IM her here sometime today or something.
No, don't IM me here. My IM, for some reason, the Vapors TV IM has.
I think it's
never
about that 26650 Panzer. Oh, it hasn't. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Well, so there's another deal straight from Big Bam Boom. A little pricey though. You think it's pricey?
Well, because it is a 26650 mod, there's more steel in there, and they've taken the time to make those thick steel converter tubes that go inside. So it's probably about machining. It's on the pricier side for a clone, but I can kind of see where that's.
Technically this isn't a clone. Technically, because there's no 26650 Panzer out there.
Okay, so, yeah, good point. It's an inspired mod, then we'll call it.
So I think we should invent a thing called a replicated upgrade.
All
right. Right here first. It's a replicated upgrade.
Sounds good. I like it.
Yeah, it's original. Original.
Nice, bud. Very nice.
All right. So what you got for us, Tiger?
What have I got? Okay, well, let me show you. I have something that they were already talking about, so let's talk about it. The iGo W6. Now, this is not for the faint of heart or the brand new rebuilder. This is for somebody who's got a couple builds under their belt. You kind of know where you're going and what you want to do. This is a 5-post atomizer. You've got that single positive in the middle. You've got 4 negatives surrounding it. The possibilities for builds are endless, and I mean, all you need to do is become part of a Wick and Wire on Facebook. It's a great group. I should drop that link in for you guys as well. And you'll see tons of ideas of what to do with these. There are other rebuildable groups as well, talking about these complicated builds. Here, let me drop in. There you go. That last link I threw in is for Of Wick and Wire. Do join if you're a rebuilder, if you are new to rebuilding, if you're interested in rebuilding and you just kind of want some support. Great place, tons of knowledge, tons of members at this point. We're over, I think, 16,000 at this point. And somebody's always awake. So pretty much any hour of the day that you're having problems, you can throw a message in there and you're going to get lots of help. But this one, the other beautiful advantage to it is the way the airflow is designed. That airflow control ring has so many options in it with the dual holes, with the long slot. You can get exactly the airflow you want. Just dial it in. And gorgeous styling. I love the detailing on this atomizer. It's a smart looking puppy and would look great on a lot of the stuff on my desk actually. So if you are into some of those more complex builds and looking for something that'll do it for you, yeah, iGo W6. Now this is an iGo W6 styled atomizer. This is not Ude's original.
Or, yeah, and the original I think is like $40.
Yeah.
I mean, for that price, shit, you can get yourself a legit Patriot. You know, for this, for 17, it's pretty reasonable. I'm looking at, you know, everything it does, and you know, it's like a maypole in there. You just spin coils around in there. You could probably make it look like a. So some dude make a coil into a scorpion or something the other day.
Oh man, some of the pictures in Of Wick and Wire are artwork. Like they're almost too beautiful to vape. But and yeah, Vaping Pharaoh is saying it works great with vertical coils. So there you go. Another way to use this one.
Yep, so that's the latest. They keep coming out with iGos. It came out on iGo 7 just a few weeks back. Completely different design, though. This one is, I think, for people who want to make insane builds. If you want to make an insane build, get this. I mean, it'll work on a single coil, but if you want octa coils and hexa coils and whatever, you can definitely do it. This, and the airflow ring on the bottom is kind of cool, so check it out.
All right, well, next up, let me drop the link in the room and we will advance the picture. The Nautilus style. Now, it's kind of hard to tell. When FastTech first dropped this one, it was actually a little bit more expensive, and over the course of the week, they dropped it to $17.75 and changed the description. They were originally telling us this was an Aspire Nautilus. Now they've told us it's a Nautilus styled bottom dual coil. I did a little digging, and I went to Aspire's website and learned a few things this week. For example, I did not know that my authentic Nautilus had a serial number, and it does. On the back, there's a scratch ticket. I got an email alerting me to this, so I scratched that little number off, checked it out. Yeah, it confirmed what I already knew, that was an authentic. And thanks to Joe for sending that to me. But these are not authentic. So I thought, okay, Aspire, what have you got to say about these clones? Well, they had a lot of pictures and comparisons, and straight up, I saw an awful lot about packaging. Their packaging is this, the copy is lesser, their packaging is this, the copy is lesser, another picture of packaging and how their packaging is superior. And then, oh, by the way, the glass on the clone is thicker. So what I took away from that is I can pay a lot more and get a nicer package. And if I pay less, I get thicker glass. Ordered.
yeah. I mean, it's defeating the purpose. It's like presentation is everything. No.
Yeah, no. I'm not going to vape the package. So.
All right. Anyway, so the clone has far thicker glass, which is awesome.
Well, not far thicker glass. They're saying the original is a 1.5 millimeter glass wall, where the clones are ranging from 1.8 to 2. I heard it's got stronger glass.
That's 20, but baby, that's 25%. I mean, that's a serious thickness difference. I mean, that difference between a drop and a break and a drop and not a break.
Well, I guess you have a point. Yeah, it is 20% when you look at it that way. I'm thinking it's 0.3 millimeter. That's not much, but yeah, that's really what I heard. Is the clone is built tougher? Okay, great. So we'll see. I've got one on order. I'll let you guys know what I think when it gets here. Will the authentic heads work in the clones? Again, I'll let you know when it gets here. I did order the copycat heads as well, so we'll see.
Well, are the heads copycat?
They didn't say they're original, so I'm going to assume. Fast Tech generally comes out and tells us. They want to brag about it. They say authentic when it is, so if it doesn't say that, I'm like...
Yeah, okay. I hear you there, definitely.
Now, Vaping Chevy, I think the whole one air hole, now, again, I'll let you know when I take it out of the box, but I think there is a little bit of a lost translation issue on that one. People were flooding me with comments, it's only got one air hole. Well, you know what? So does the Nautilus. Look at this. I'll turn it around all the way 180 degrees for you. Count them. One air hole. In the ring. There's 4 in the base. You can line it up with whichever one you want, but whichever one you line it up with, you still only get one. So I think it's a lost in translation issue.
Yeah.
That does have a rotating ring on it. So why do you need a rotating ring if you only got one hole?
Right. Exactly. I got that a lot. I'm like, wait a minute, my Nautilus doesn't have more than one hole. I mean, more holes could be better. I'm like,
4 options, only one of which you use at a time.
Exactly.
So we'll confirm that when
Tiger gets it, she'll let us know about.
All right, Chevy, I will be sure to keep you posted. No problem.
Can the ring be taken off? You can pry it off. Yes, you can. I wouldn't recommend it, but it can be taken off. Some people have taken them off, drilled all big, fat, huge holes in it. And...
I never thought of that. That is definitely an option. It's probably, like you're saying, Joe, it's probably a one-way procedure. It's either off or on, and if you take it off, it ain't never going back on.
Probably, yeah. Okay, so I got a...
Well, sorry, Joe. I just read something in chat. I'm learning something all the time. Merrick is correcting me. Apparently, that inline tester will measure your battery level as well, and I didn't absorb that. I'm just running over to check. So yes, while I do that, please take over.
Well, yes. I mean, it's gonna check your battery level. What you do is you don't put an atomizer on it, and you just hit the button, and it's gonna tell you what your battery level's at.
Well, it's gonna tell you your output current.
Well, I was thinking more of like a mech. Like if you put it on a mech and hit the button, it'll tell you what your battery's at, unless there's a huge resistance within the mod. You know what I mean? So if I took that inline meter, put it on a mechanical, and then hit the button, it's going to tell me exactly what my battery level's at because there's no resistance between. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Now, if you're using it on a regulated device, something like a VAMO or something, that may be a little bit more difficult. Point
taken. I'm thinking of it as the and really they are one and the same. The output is what the battery has. So I guess really we are talking about the same thing.
Pretty much.
Okay. Well, thanks for that for clearing that up, Merrick, and VaporJoe. Excellent.
Yeah, and it's basically going to tell you the internal resistance too, because once you put an addy on it, you'll see the voltage drop.
All right. Well, cool. Well, I've grabbed one of those too, because I've always wanted one of those to check what's going on, and I've never really been willing to pay the higher prices. So.
Right. Exactly.
Alrighty.
So I found an awesome deal. It was kind of overlooked for a while, and then I was like, wait a minute, these are cheap, because we've done them so many times, but they're still extremely popular. Everybody still buys them up. The Nemesis. Yeah. The Nemesis mechanical for $16. I'm calling it the $16 Nemi. I'm going to put a link in the room. You can get it in brushed stainless steel or mixed. The only time I've seen this cheaper was the deal Tiger did for $14.75 on Focal. And that's long since gone. This is a $16 Nemesis, shipping free out, to Canada, wherever you live. And it's a great price. And the Nemesis, in my opinion, is the most popular, best mechanical for the money. In terms of clones come and go. Things come out, they leave. They come out, they leave. For some reason, the Nemesis has the most staying power of any mechanical I have ever seen in terms of a clone. Because we've seen clones come and go. I can't name one that's still around that came out. I don't know, how long did the Nemesis come out? 8 months ago? 7 months ago? I mean, in terms of vaping, that's...
I would say that's in its fame, yeah.
So in terms of the vaping community, mods do not have that kind of staying power anymore.
Yeah.
But then it still keeps going and going and going. It's like the Energizer Bunny of mechanical.
Well, it's got such a clever switch design, and so much so that we see it repeated again in the Stingray now.
Right. And for the price, super cheap. Looks like the etchings are deep and dark. You can see from here. I can just see it right from the picture that the 510 pin is easily changed with a screwdriver. It looks like I could just kind of screw it up or down, or I don't know if the bottom has a little nut or not. But for $16, you get that or the mixed version, and you can go to town. You can put the magnetic. You can convert it to a magnetic switch, which is really nice. They have all sorts of new hybrid things that you could put on this. The 3D dripper and the dome, I think it was called, which was a Jenny, and then Tiger did a K-Fun conversion kit, right?
Right, and that works on the 3.1 style. So like I showed you at the beginning of the show, that'll work on your normal 3.1 style K-Funs or the custom cat K-Fun, because it has that 3.1 style base. And I'm gotta tell you, this is going to be a favored setup because it's so purse friendly. It's not going to leak on me, and it just looks great. I love this.
Now, somebody said there's a new 14500 Nemi clone coming, and there is. I saw pictures of it.
Oh, it's going to be cute as a bug.
Now, as much as we love this 26650, there is a place for these 14500 mods coming. You're going to see it because it's the natural progression. Because we've gone huge, and then we're going to go teeny tiny, and this is what's going to happen. The problem is, the inevitable problem is a 14500 mechanical will not last very long. You're going to be carrying stacks of batteries with you because everybody's going to want to put these really small sub-ohm builds on it. And I don't even know if they make a safe 14500 battery that'll handle a decently sized sub-ohm build. So
to be really honest, the lowest I've gone on a 14500, I'll build to an ohm. I won't really drop below. If it comes in at 0.95, I'm not going to readjust it, but I wouldn't push your luck on those because I haven't seen anything that I would really trust.
Right, because there's a real reason for that. You know what? Somebody just gave me that link. I'm gonna look at this. So it's really expensive, $65. I don't know. That's a little pricey. I would think it should be online with the regular ones. I wouldn't. That's way too expensive for a 14500 mechanical. Like way too expensive. But they're there, so they're coming.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody will have it soon for $30 or $25. The inevitable problem with a 14500, however, is that to get good amps, you're going to have to lose mAh. And 14500's a good 14500 has what, 1000 mAh, if 800 mAh.
Yeah, 800's the highest I've seen.
Right. So if you wanted to make it a 15 amp, it'd be like 400 mAh. You know what I mean? Like it would, or whatever. You would take 5 poles and be dead.
Reality is, for a smaller mod like that, you are better building a little higher. If you're looking to, drop way into the basement on your resistance, then you're not looking for a tiny mod to do that on.
Right. So you're definitely going to have to pull, like she said, in the 1 ohm range, even a 1.5 ohm, let's just say, would still on a 14500 battery only last a few hours at the most. So that's what you're gonna. That's the trade-off for you. So if you're gonna go and you need that build and you want to keep it in your pocket, perfect. But this is not something you're going to be running around the house with all day because you need packs of batteries. But still, it's awesome that it's being made in that form factor, and I'm sure Tiger's going to be picking one up.
I don't know what it is. They don't get that much use around here, but I'm just absolutely in love with my 14500.
Did you? Have you built the Noble one yet? The Noble 2?
Oh, baby, that's what I was saying at the beginning. There's ones that have been waiting too long for me to get to them. The more I like something, the longer I wait to get to it, it seems, because it's important. I want to do it right. I want to do it justice, you know? It's kind of crazy. I'm gonna have to set
That
aside
would
some
be,
time and just really, really get my little guy occupied, deeply, deeply engaged with something, and then set aside some time for it'll be mommy's build time.
and you know, would work great on that. You get yourself those mini K-Funs over at VaporTech. The mini K-Fun on top of that 14500 build, and I think you'd have a winner.
The mini K Fun would be a great one, and for those of you who love Jenny's, this was my original 14500 setup that I fell madly in love with. Used it like crazy. Now it's been, ooh, obviously gathering just a little bit of dust, but the AGTD. Now this is a titanium. Am I getting that right? Titanium atomizer. It's a Jenny style, but it's smaller, and as you can see, it fits the 14500 Bagua beautifully. What happens is it does stick out just a little bit past there, and then it's got the ring at the top, but it narrows down. So the whole thing, it looks right when it's together. And so that's another option. But yeah, now they've come out with those mini K funds. That's another great option for your smaller ones. And there is a small atomizer as well available for them. Now, I can't even remember the name of it. Maybe it's time to run that if we know there's some 14500s coming out. I'll see what I can do about finding you some 14500 atomizers this week, but there are 14500 options out there.
Right. Exactly.
Oh, hating the Jennies now? Then you might want to give one of those mini K-Funs a try, because that looks very intriguing to me. A black coated all copper 18650 Nemi. Not to my knowledge. You're basically describing the Stingray is what you're really describing.
Exactly. I was about to say that.
So
what you got, Tiger?
Well, I have another atomizer, and you guys know I just can't shut up about the foggers. I love them. But we've seen one now dropped down in price a bit this week, the V3. So it's got that lovely steel tank cover with the windows in it. Just protects your glass a little more. Essentially the same design as the V2. So it's just got the two juice channels in, but with that upgrade. Yep, ELF, absolutely. And Focal is working really hard to get our trust and our business. And I got to say, I'm in contact with them almost daily. And as a company, they are really working hard to listen to what we want. They're always looking for input. And, you know, right down to lately what they've done, what they've tried doing is when they want to put something on special, they'll give 3 options and say, what do you guys want? And you get to vote for what the next special is. So they're really committed to the vaping community and wanting to win us over. And I think they're doing a great job. I've been ordering from them a lot and really pleased.
Yep. I've never. I don't pimp Focal because I have plenty of American to choose from. Tiger pimps Focal quite often. I have bought from Focal though. I bought when she did the deal on the Nemesis. I bought 6 Nemesis mechanicals from them for giveaways, and they arrived about the same rate as how Fast Tech gets to me. The only difference I find with Focal and Fast Tech is Fast Tech's a little bit more engaging with you. You see the picture of your package, and you know there's forums and things like that, and people. But that's because they have to do that because there's so much more on a different level than Focal. But Focal's kind of like that hungry up and comer, you know. So they're going to do more to make to get your business.
And what I will say about Focal is, you know, aside from the group buys where you're aware right up front, then they've given you a ship date when shipping will start, and it's usually not a long wait at all. What I've noticed more and more, and you know, I still shop Fast Tech. Don't get me wrong, price rules, but Fast Tech more and more is introducing products that don't ship for a specified amount of time. With Focal, unless it's one of those group buys, unless they're saying right up front, this is when the ship date will be, I'm finding they're getting to shipping quicker. The shipping takes about the same amount of time, but it leaves their warehouses quicker. So yeah, I've been really pleased. I got nothing but nice things to say about them.
Yeah, I've only ordered from them 2 or 3 times, and every time everything's been fine. Sometimes I forget. I'm like, did this come from Focal or Fastech? Oh, I don't know. It's here anyway. Who cares? But it comes just as fast as Fastech. So, Focal, China Buy, Fastech, they all seem to be around the same price. Sometimes Fastech's a little cheaper, but Focal will have these weird, what do they call them? What's the name of that group thing they call it? Like, it's a weird name, Tiger.
Well, they've done something called the instant kill, and it's a little bit of an odd promotion.
Yeah,
but if you're sitting up anyway and you're inclined to like sort of almost like auction snipe, you can get some really killer deals. It's a weird promotion, but because I promote them, I have to know what they're doing, and I've sat up and I've managed to get a couple steals just to make sure that it works. And now and then
I love the idea of the instant kill.
To kill your deal to get it out. Yeah, well, whatever. And yeah, you were talking about dedication to customer service. Now, I have the worst memory in vaping, but I can't remember the atomizer it was, but they did do a special on a certain atomizer, and it turns out that once people were receiving them, they were having problems. The manufacturer had built a dead short into a lot of the units, and people were having problems. And Focal said, hey, we're going to fix this for you. They got in replacement bases. Everyone who had the problem got a replacement base, and the customer comments started rolling in that they loved how the problem was solved, they loved the resolution, they loved how Focal was committed to fix it, and they now loved their atomizers with the new bases. So they're definitely you're right, Alf, absolutely, you're absolutely correct, it was the Squape, and they did run a second round of those then with the corrected bases. So yeah, exactly, albeit it isn't a big deal. It is frustrating when you're excited and you're waiting on something and it finally shows up and then it's not working. But things like that do happen. How I measure that is, how do they deal with it? Are they going to work with you and solve it, or are they going to say, gee, that's really unfortunate, too bad? So there you have it. All right. Moving on. What else do I have for you? Okay, we've talked a lot about 26650 mods lately, and there's so much available now in that. But for a lot of you, and this was my thing too in the beginning, it's like, well, I have a whole bunch of 18650 batteries. I have chargers that do 18650. It was a surprise to me to discover that some of them can handle the 26650s, but I didn't have those batteries, and it's like, what do I do? Well, no problem. And if you want one of those mods and you're just not quite ready to make the plunge on the other battery size and the chargers, if your charger won't handle it, you can cheat, essentially. These tubes will allow you to use an 18650 in place of a 26650 in pretty much any mod you want to try that in. As a matter of fact, the one kit comes with spacers. You can actually honestly use an 18350 to power a 26650 mod. Now, why anyone would want to do this, I honestly can't imagine, but you can. So I know for myself, and I'll giggle when I say it because it's kind of one of those things I expect to be teased about. But when the ham showed up, I did not have 26650 batteries for it. I did have a cheater tube. You bet your butt I ran this thing on 18650s until my 26650s showed up. I wasn't going to wait. So.
Right.
Even if it's not your norm, even if you do usually have 26650s, if it's one of those bad days where you didn't charge batteries the day before and you find out everything is ready for the charger, you're not stuck. At least you can vape your favorite mod.
Yeah, and I was gonna say it's great. I mean, in a pinch, you need a backup, you're ready to go.
VaporJoe, theoretically, if you have an 18650 mod, the spacers that fit the tubes will fit an 18650 mod. So, yeah, if you were to get the one that has the kit where you've got the sleeve and the two spacers, there you go.
Right. Yeah, that will. You can definitely put a Hades in 18350 both.
Now that's a better question for Joe, because I think you're a lot more familiar with the ZMAX Mini than me. An adapter for a ZMAX Mini to use an 18650, are you aware of anything?
No, no. I'm not aware of one, but I mean, what you do is you buy a telescopic ZMAX. That's what, like people buy the Mini. I don't understand why they buy the Mini because you can buy a telescopic ZMAX, which will allow you to use an 18350 or all the way up to an 18650. So when people buy the Mini, it's like kind of buying a Mini Pro Vari. I mean, you can buy a Mini Pro Vari with an adapter and put an 18500 in there, but it's a PIF. Well, if it's a PIF, I mean, no, you're just pretty much stuck with 18350 mode. I'm not really aware of an adapter. There could be one out there, but Albie just said his ZMAX came with one, so. But I'm really not aware of an aftermarket sold adapter because, let's face it, China clones the ZMAX the VMAX was a Pro Vari clone, and then you had the ZMAX, which is the offshoot of the VMAX, which was the wattage. There's no market for an adapter, so they never really made one.
Now, Alf, you behave yourself, or you'll lose your moosin privileges.
So I got a really good deal coming up on something called the Vanilla. Now, some of you may know the Vanilla, some of you may not know the Vanilla, but Vanilla
I would like to know the Vanilla.
is it's one of those mechanicals that are extremely popular, but they're not really talked about. Like the Vanilla is more of a brick and mortar phenomenon. It's extremely popular in the brick and mortars. Yeah. They sell thousands of these things, and they've come out with the replica in pure copper. They also comes, and it's odd. It comes with a 18650 and an 18350 tube. No 18500 tube. Weird, but that's the way they're doing it. It's a 1-to-1. Like I said, pure copper, so you're not looking at much voltage loss. And extremely simple, elegant design. The button, I love the button on that thing. Mm-hmm. And the Vanilla itself usually retails for about 130, 140 bucks. Right now, copper's all the rage, black PVD's all the rage. So it's fitting that profile, and the button is recessed to the point where you can lay it down. It's kind of like the Big Nasty, or like look at my copper here. That's what you call a recess button. You can just kind of put it down. You don't need a locking ring.
Now, VaporSchmo asking, does it turn your hand green? If your body chemistry is like mine, absolutely it will. And your hand will patina it in turn. The solution to that is either polishing it up with something that'll protect it from your skin's chemistry, or, I mean, you can always go to using a clear wrap on your copper or brass mods that you want to keep in that shiny, bright look.
Right. Somebody told me, and I'm not recommending this, but somebody said that they covered their mod in a light coating of super glue.
Well, whatever works.
I mean, I wouldn't do it, but the copper people are talking about are clear nail polish. Somebody said that too. Hand smell. My copper definitely smells like a penny. It's just how it works. But you got to deal with that. It's part of it. But I don't know. Are you smelling your mods every day? I'm not. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just how it is. But you're getting an excellent conductivity, because only thing better than copper is silver, and not by much. So everybody's talking about the voltage loss. Copper's where it's at.
Now, in all fairness, I'm seeing lots of ideas in the chat. Now, you guys might be way more coordinated than me, but I'm going to tell you straight up, I have a hard enough time getting the clear coat on my nails perfectly glassy smooth. I don't even want to try on something as big as a mod. You're going to end up with those brush marks and heavier and thinner areas. I'm thinking bathtubs. I'm with you, and that's exactly what I bought for that purpose, is a nice acrylic clear coat. a high quality clear coat that I can spray on and get a perfect perfect finish.
Right, and you have to assume it's also going to chip, and you're going to get marks. Like it's eventually you put that nail polish on there, pieces are going to fleck off, and then your hands are of course not always the cleanest. So you're going to put your hands on it, and dirt will get underneath those chips. It's going to look terrible.
Nitro, welcome to the room. You can post anything you want, buddy.
What is it that he's posting?
He's talking about the vanilla, so I'm assuming it has to do with that, or possibly. Oh no, okay, yeah, my dip kit. So there you go. He's posting something that'll help keep those finishes on the mod. So there's another great idea. I am totally stealing your link, Nigel.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
There you go. So wonderful ideas there. So that's the vanilla. Get in there. It's a great deal. Very, very popular mod. I was using it. It's such a simple, elegant, but wonderful mod to use. I know Nitro has the vanilla, so he'll tell you what it's like, and it's just great. And before we move on, there is a deal you all missed because it's over, but I have to tell you about this.
Oh, you're gonna tease us with a finished deal, Joe?
Yesterday, I had a deal on Sentinel clones. $9 got you a colored Sentinel on Vapor Beast, shipping free within the United States. I don't think they ship to Canada, but this is just to make you a little angry. But I bought 10 of the black one for giveaways because freaking $9 for a black Sentinel is just a steal. In 2 hours through my site, we went through 450 of them. People were buying them left and right. It was insanity. Yeah, it was a deal until we cleaned them out. All right, if there's something called if there was a law against website rape, I'd be in prison. We raped that website. It was terrible.
Oh,
but
Joe.
But
right.
That's why, me and Tiger will get these flash deals that just come out of nowhere. A vendor will hit us up and be like, hey, I got this for $2, or hey, I got, this for $9. And it's like, it's on the site, it goes out, and just, if you're not around, you're assed out. So, you gotta keep us on your demon dialer.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that, Joe, because we've it gives me the perfect way to segue here. We've heard and we listen. You told us that you love when we kind of sneak preview you on stuff here. You guys are up late. You're hanging with us. Hey, you deserve a little bonus, right? So here you go. Here's your sneak preview. This is something that will be on the VaporJoe's Canada blog tomorrow. And let me share.
Shit, I don't even know what it is.
You want to talk nemmies? The cutest damn nemmies you ever seen in your life. Rainbow color. And what's different about some of these, we've seen colored tubes, but they're coloring the locking ring on some of these, or at least matching them to the mod. So like your two-tone silver, we're used to seeing the gold locking ring on that, but now you can get a red with a red locking ring, purple with a purple locking ring. Like these are gorgeous, and I can't take my eyes off that rainbow. So there you go. There's your sneak preview. You're getting ahead of the game. That'll be on the blog tomorrow, but you guys get it tonight.
Yeah, that's you know what? I think you just started a new trend for us. I think we're going to start doing that. We're going to start offering or during the show giving away. Well, not giving away. Well, no, technically giving away preview links. And you know what? You want to laugh? You know the one I'm looking at the most out of all these? The purple one.
The purple one. You're a secure man, Joe.
You want to know why? Because the purple one is the only one I can see. Well, no, there's a few, but I like how that it has the black logo.
Yeah.
And I just think it pops more than all the rest. I mean, the rainbow one's cool, but the purple one I think is the best. And Yeah, I think
Well, I love the rainbow and I love that blue. It's just such a friendly blue. So, oh, I think that's a great idea, Nitro. What do you say, Joe? Are you gonna get on that train and do your Van Dyke purple for us?
no.
You don't want to think about it for a minute or anything?
No.
You can get back to us. Oh, Nitro.
No, I'll be
I guess
honest with
I'm
you.
gonna have to join you and do the ends of mine. I've been thinking of dipping them, but now that I'm putting so much dark color in it, it's hard to do. I'm gonna need professional help.
I'm looking at them. Did you know that these are not aluminum? These are stainless steel nipples.
Yeah, no, they're not. So the anodized that we've seen before, these are different. So they are really, really cool. I'm
Yep. I'm shocked.
You guys,
I'm thinking
you
they're gonna
guys,
be the
I haven't
cheaper.
been shopping yet, so now don't you buy up all the rainbow ones. I need one, okay?
So this would mean that these are far better than the aluminum ones, in the sense that you know, they're not going to be, you know, aluminum's soft. Let's face it. Okay,
Yeah.
cheaper to anodize, and it's not as well built. I mean, you know, aluminum's great in terms of anodization and looks, but stainless steel is always better to have.
Well, the aluminum is nice, don't get me wrong, but it's not as hard wearing. I mean, it's going to dent, it's going to damage. You know, we know this from the Sentinels, the aluminum Sentinels. That was one of my favorite things to talk about is don't, you know, rip the 510 connector in the head of your Sentinel apart by, you know, over tightening and stuff like that. Steel is certainly more durable. But now, Elf wanted to know how they're colored. Elf, that's more information than I currently have. I am speculating here, don't anybody quote me, but with the real popularity lately and sudden accessibility of the PVD coatings, I'm speculating that that's what they've done here. But until I've got one in hand, I don't want to say for sure. So how they're
Yeah.
colored, I can't say. It certainly doesn't look like a cheap paint coat. I'll say that, but you know,
Because
electroplated nitro. Okay, that's
yeah.
PVD mobile phone guy. Now, I am not a metal person or a coating person or anything like that, but I can tell you it stands for particle vapor deposition. It is a chemical process by which color is deposited on the surface. It's the same process that's used in a lot of gun stock. So it's very durable, very attractive, and a very pleasant finish to hold, quite frankly. The first piece that I got that used that, now where have I hidden it from myself? It's the black Enzonic clone, and I do have it handy right here. And it's a wonderful finish in hand. Got a little, it's a little bit grippy without being grabby like the old, you know, almost rubberized finished egos. You remember what that finish was like? This isn't that, but it's grabbier than the steel by itself.
I am just looking at something. Okay. I want to make sure. I'm just making sure if this deal sold out, if it hasn't or has. And it is. Is it in stock? Oh, I was going to talk about this, but it's out of stock. Oh well.
Now, somebody's saying that these. Did I hear you right? That you're saying was that who was that? Who's that? Was that Alf? Says it's ego threaded too. Are you talking about the Nemesis ones I just put up? Because I'm not seeing a picture that tells the story, unfortunately. But I got to be straight with you. I don't know where on earth they would have put the ego threading. I think that's got to be a typo. There's no place unless you build that cap deeper to put ego threading in an Emmy. So. Are the vanillas still available?
Yep, they're ready to roll. You can still order them.
All right. Yeah, that is a beautiful mod. I live in the mountains, so that's a pretty one.
So here's a quickie I have for you guys.
Ooh, you guys get a quickie from Joe.
101 Vape, we all know they ship to Canada. Great site. He's running a quick deal on Kangaroo Pro Tank 2s for just $8.99. You get the full kit. It's a full. It's not just. Sometimes vendors will cheat and they'll just send you the tank with one head in it and call it good. You're getting a whole box kit on it. I have one right here on my MVP. This comes with the glass tank, two replace. It's going to come with two. I'm not sure if it's two replacement heads or one inside and two. I'm not sure. I forget which way the configuration goes with this. Classic Pro Tank works perfectly. Uses cheap heads. And for $8.99, it's a really, really good deal. I love mine. I have one right here. Works great on, like I said, Eagle batteries. You know, you're going to have them on your MVPs. You're going to have them on your variable wattage devices. And yes, he ships international, ships to Canada. I'm not sure his shipping rate. Tiger is more familiar with 101 Vape's shipping rate, but...
Oh gosh, now it's been a while, Joe, but it seems to me his flat rate shipping to Canada is $8.99. I'm not saying that's 100%, but it seems to me $8.99 to Canada.
So if you're gonna, I wouldn't buy one.
No.
So buy a couple to make it worth it, but
those of you in Canada know that that's cheaper than we can ship domestically, so that's a pretty good deal.
Video Dave, do you live in America? Just waiting on that, because he wants to know where he can get a Kangaroo Mega. Okay, yeah, okay. I'm gonna put a link for you, because Kangaroo Megas are hard to get, and just give me 1 second. I'm gonna get a link for you. They are pricey. Don't get me wrong. I mean, these puppies aren't cheap.
Thank you. Meritarian has confirmed that it is $8.99 flat shipping to Canada. Thanks, Meritarian.
Now the one Big Man Boo put in a room, those are out of stock. The one that's currently in stock, the only one that I know of right now is Sun Vapor sells Kangaroo Mega Aero Tanks for $39.99. Now, this guy ships, I don't believe he ships to Canada, so it's just for Video Dave. But if you live in the United States, you want to carry, you just go over there and get it. Also has a lot of great stuff over there. While you're over there, check out his Sony 30 amp 2100 miles are only $7.39.
Thank you, Chevy. That's very kind of you.
That's right, Tiger. Happy Mother's Day. It is 2 hours, and she still has a half hour before it's Mother's Day.
That's great. It is not Mother's Day here yet, but I appreciate the sentiment nonetheless. Very kind. Thank you. All right, we're getting dangerously close to the bottom of the hour, and I've still got deals for you guys. So let's jump ahead super quick. Let's do that. I'm going to let link in the room there. Something new this week. Now, you know, we've talked so much about mechanicals, and there is so much talk about mechanicals, but there's still a lot of people interested in a nice, handy-dandy, friendly, even beginner-friendly regulated device. This is going to give you the variance in volts or watts, whatever you prefer. It's got a 3/4-inch OLED screen, so it's super nice and easy to read. And it's under 30 bucks. $27.11. You can get this in 6 different colors of anodized aluminum. I mean, for a step up from your stick batteries, or for somebody starting new that, you know, wants something a little beefier than a stick battery, this is a win. Total win.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oddly, you know, we don't. It's really funny because we just go down.
Yeah, it looks like we have lost. It's probably a Vaughn thing because we have not yet dropped a packet. So I'm thinking we're going to come right back. Let's give it just a second.
We're back. Yep.
There we go. Sorry about that little Vaughn hiccup. I haven't dropped a packet. It must have been a little hiccup. So sorry about that. I don't know if you were able to hear us, but a really decent little regulated device, either for somebody stepping up from stick batteries or wanting to start with something a little beefier.
Now it's funny because lately, I mean, let's think about it. How often do we do regulated devices anymore? I was thinking about it today. We really don't talk about regulated devices anymore at all. It's all mechs and rebuildables, mech.
And yet,
And
the majority of vapors are not rebuilders. They're fill-in vapors, and this is ideal for that.
right. And 27 bucks, you get yourself variable wattage, variable voltage. It's basically a reminds me a lot of the SID or the what's the one you have, Tiger? The C.
Oh gosh. If you hadn't asked me, I'd have told you what it was. It's the Any Vape was it CV? Oh, good grief. I can't for the life of me remember. They all have like 3-letter acronyms. They're all TLAs. So. But yeah, it was the Any Vape version. Basically, they're all like a better VAMO, if you will.
Right. And don't get me wrong, VAMO's a great device.
Yeah.
But this is what you call a single button form factor, which is basically like a ProVary style or a ZMax or a VMax style, where you control everything with one button through a menu system. Now, what are those little top hole? Is that airflow above the base? If you look above the base, you see these 3 little dots?
I believe that's airflow through. So if you got something on there that's sort of filling up that top ring, you can still get airflow into it.
Right. That's what I was thinking. I like them. If you're looking for a step up from an Ego and you want to move on to a variable wattage device and don't want to spend a lot of money, don't want a VAMO, because some people don't like the thing that looks like it's screaming at you. It looks like a face. You don't want to spend the $50 on the ZMax, because that's what they go for. They're not cheap. This is easily a good choice, and they come in a multitude of colors. I personally like the black one or the gold one. I'm into the pimp gold color, so check it out. I think it's a good deal.
Alrighty. Well, now. Okay, regulated devices got their moment. Back to mechs. But this one bears talking about. We've talked a lot about stingrays lately. Oh, well, hello. Let's not do that. Escape. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. You can enter in the wrong place and all hell breaks loose. The Stingray, but this one is it's coming with all the tubes you need for all the 18 series batteries, and it's under 19 bucks, $18.50 for the whole thing, and that's a special. It's a current special, so don't delay. But definitely that is still on now. I checked before the show, so we're good to go. And that's the stainless steel with brass accent.
Right, Stingray is extremely popular. We both have the 26650 version.
You betcha. Right here.
There are a plethora of deals going on for the Stingrays. I like the black version myself personally, but there's so many different versions of it now. You don't know which one you like. So I'm now, like, when Tiger put up this one, it's like, well, at least there's not 27 different versions of this one. This one's really, really nice. And I like the top cap on these, the way they do it, where it's stainless steel and you look down and there's the copper around the top and that little X form factor. And it's just another sleek little mechanical out there.
Sorry.
I was just going to say, just for $18.50. I mean, cheap.
And thank you to BSO Pling. Okay, really help me out, because I don't want to mess that up, and I'm brutalizing it. Has let us know there's 17 hours left on that deal, so you don't want to delay too much. That is a limited time special.
Is it a kill deal or whatever you call it?
No, it is not a kill deal. It is just it's just on a timer, so it will expire. So if you're thinking about it, do your deliberating, but don't waste time on that.
Excellent. So we have a few minutes here. Does anybody have any questions? The time flew by.
Well, I'll throw up one more then. there will be more in the email. For those of you who aren't signed up, head over to vaporjoes.ca. Make sure that you sign up for our email updates, and we'll make sure that you get a recap of all the deals we talked about tonight. But I will share one more with you before we take questions. Let's see. Boop, there we go. There's the link. And this one was kind of exciting. That's why I'm just taking the extra minute to squeeze it in. The Brass Monkey styled RDA. Now, the cool thing about this is you can get the stainless steel with adjustable airflow, or you can get the gold plated with just the standard air hole, or you can get both. You can get a kit that has both caps in it, so it leaves you with lots of options. If you want to match it to your mod better, or one day you want to use the adjustable airflow, the other day you know exactly what works for a certain build and juice, and you want to use the standard cap, you're good to go either way. So it's kind of a neat deal. There you go.
Yep.
There you go. Slid that one in the other way.
Now this one comes with extra O-rings, a screwdriver, and now let me ask you, Tiger, because I'm not a rebuildable, crazy person like you are. I'm still a novice.
Oh, well, I don't know. We got Nitro in the room. You want to talk about crazy building?
Now the square center post with the two nuts, is that just for easy rebuilding, or is there an actual purpose for that?
It does make it a little easier. One of the challenges of building more than one coil with the single positive post is always, getting all those positive connections in place, and, you have to kind of wait and tighten them all down at once, and it can be a little bit of a pain in the butt. So having that T-shaped post gives you the ability to, connect those positives easily. You've got a dedicated positive for each coil.
Right.
Yeah, it does make life a little easier.
Right, but that's all it's for, just ease.
Yep. And Nitro is absolutely correct. If you want to go to quad coils in there, again, that sort of T-shaped configuration with the two connections, that will make your life a little easier there too. Yeah, Zack Attack, another excellent point, using bigger wire. One of the challenges I see in the rebuildable groups all the time is people wanting to use, they're going down to 24 or even, chunkier gauge wire at this point, and it's how do you jam all that in there?
Yeah, I heard some guy talking about 18. I'm like, Jesus, what are you, coat hangers?
Yeah, little by little, we're getting down to fence wire, folks.
So head on over to Vesec, that link she just put in, for the Brass Monkey styled RDA. You can get it in any configuration you want, single or double capped. And it is now 2:32. If anybody has any questions before we get off. Whew. Well, Bim Bam Boom, that's right. Head over to Done Deal. That's our Facebook group where we will post replays of the show. Tiger will put a lot of her deals in there. Right now she has a PAPS in there for $13.34. And other vendors throw their deals up in there as well for their websites. It's kind of like a mix and match of different deals and steals.
VaporSchmo, how do you put juice on a dripper? Well, you drip it. I just now reloaded my Lotus, and I've got a tiny little bottle with a dripper in it, and you just drip it on the wicking material. I'm a little bit OCD. I will typically pull my cap to do that because I don't like to drip through the drip tips. Lots of people, if you've got a nice wide mouth drip tip, they'll just drip right through. It's entirely up to you.
Somebody said, shit, that's VaporJoe. Yes, I am VaporJoe. In the flesh, just a regular guy. That's TygerTyger.
Nitro wants to come in and join us and show something. What are you demoing, Nitro?
And are you sober? Not demoing your boxer shorts, are you?
Let's see what I can do about making that happen.
How to drip if they really need. We know how to drip, Nitro. And I'm down in my boxers. All right, you know what? We don't need to see Tiger. All right. That's some spooky shit right there. Yes, also, Vaping Underground is coming, so get over there. Go to www.vapingunderground.com. Sign up for the newsletter. We'll let you know when you can sign up. It'll be fun. It'll be interesting, and it'll be. I've been sleepless nights, people. Sleepless nights to get this forum going. Tiger will tell you.
Yes, definitely.
All right, guys. So, I think that's it. We'll see you next week. Head on over to the VapeStrong YouTube channel that Big Bamboo has put in the room, and we'll see you guys next week for another edition of Done Deal.
Yes, indeed. Have a great week.
Did they really want to know how to drip? I have a natty right here that needs filled.
Alrighty, let's do it. Let's stay a few minutes longer. Nitro is going to teach you guys how to drip. Here you
Do you
go.
want to drip with the cap on or the cap off?
Oh, well, let's do a
let's do
little
it
of
the more
both.
risky way.
Yeah, or yeah, let's live dangerously.
Well, I can dry this addy out in like 2 seconds. So, with the cap on, you take a bottle. This happens to be Vaporcraft Exergio. You fill up your dripper. Now, it's very important to get one of the wide bore drip tips. They pimp. So, I have my dripper. You put it there. You give it a little squeeze.
And now we get to see the aftermath. The clouds.
Okay, I've dried out my addy. So, the other way to do it is you firmly grab your addy cap. And with gentle pressure, you pull up. Okay, and then you repeat step 1. You fill up your dripper, you put it on the cotton,
No way. That.
and gently squeeze. Now, here's the tricky part. You grab your addy cap and line up the air holes. If you don't line up the air holes, it's going to be really, really bad. So you line up the air holes and you firmly press with a downward force. And then you vape.
Now we just have one more question to follow up, Nitro, and that is, where do you buy cotton?
You buy cotton. I don't know where Canadians get cotton. Cotton. Am I saying it right?
Oh,
Cotton?
absolutely. You say it however you like.
I don't know where Canadians get cotton, but if you're in the States, if you go the sterile route, CVS, sterile. If you go the organic route, Walgreens in the green bag.
All right, there you go.
All right, I'm going to hop out of the hangout.
You just never know what you'll get on Done Deal. Thanks, Nitro, for joining us.
I'm dripping now. Thank you. I can drip now, Nitro.
Are you feeling better, Joe? No, you can.
Yeah, I can totally do this now. I mean, this is awesome. If it wasn't for Nitro, I just wouldn't know how to do this. But
Alrighty. And on that note, good night.
talk to you guys later.